Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome, one, welcome all. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. If you're new to the space, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe community, our safe space where you feel valued and where you feel a sense of belonging. So again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. So we're going to talk about, choose Jamaica and Jamaica love, and we want to hear from you. So again, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and of course the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. Right there, I'm seeing Kingsley in the chat. All right, welcome, Kingsley. So happy to have you here. And Kingsley is saying, I choose Jamaica. Hip hip. Hooray! All right, so we're going to continue to have this conversation, and I have some information to share with you as well. So, what I am going to do at this point is to get some music going and just wait for some others to rock and come in, and then we'll get the program going. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. Please consider hitting that subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. Ensure too, yes, this part is very important, that you turn on your post notification. Yes, tap the bell, select all so that you do not miss any updates from this channel, especially our constituency predictions. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe now. All right, you need to ensure that you're choosing Voices in Education and make Voices in Education your love, right? You see what I did there? All right, so welcome one, welcome all. So we're about to share this one out. And Dave is there in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Yes, Marlon, I did say nomination once the official candidates are known. All right. So welcome, Marlon. Welcome. Welcome. So, Marlon, you're missing that part, the nomination day, after nomination day, because we want to ensure that what we have, and we kind of know them, but we're just waiting for it to be official. So, yes, Marlon, hold us to that. And definitely, Karif, welcome, Karif, welcome, welcome. Mats Morgan, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Mats Morgan is saying, choose Jamaica love. All right, Marlon, thanks for sharing. Your prediction is JLP 45 seats. All right, thanks for hitting that like button. So come on, guys. Sislin, welcome. South St. James, I think I got that right, is here. All right, so welcome, guys. Welcome. So we're going to go to some music just for a short bit so I can get to share this link out as well. And then I'll show you some highlights, some updates in the context of the Jamaica Love, the PNP's Manifesto launch. I'll show you some highlights that we have from Manchester and St. Mary. St. Mary for the JLP, Manchester for both the PNP and the JLP, and we'll open the phone line to take some short phone calls for sure. So you want to ensure that you're sticking and staying with us. All right. Ensure that you're choosing Voices in Education and make Voices in Education your love. All right. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you guys here with us. Let's go to some music. All right, fantastic, fantastic. So, if you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please consider hitting the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. All right, those are the easiest ways to support us. And if you want to support that goal in the chat, for sure, you definitely can. All right, so lots happened since our last live. Well, last evening we were pretty much showing the PNP's launch there, so we're here for that, and we are going to go to a clip from Mr. Golding in the context of his introductory remarks at that launch. But before we go to that clip, I just want to share with you, because we are definitely bringing to you the information that you need. So, in the context of the academic year, the school term that is coming up September morning, and you can see on your screen right now the schedule, all right, for September. So, on the 1st of September, so that's the Monday, what the Ministry of Education is sharing is that schools will reopen for orientation and other administrative activities. So, it all depends on the communication that you're getting from your school. So if your child or children, they have orientation day activities that day, you should, I guess, depending on your judgment on what is happening in your neck of the woods, so you may consider whether or not you send your child to school. If you need to reach out to the school for information, you can definitely do that on Monday, September the 1st, because we're seeing here that administrative activities will continue on that Monday. Now, Tuesday, September 2nd, and on election day, the 3rd of September, all schools will be closed. All right. So, just to let you know that all schools will be closed. And for the following days in that first week, so Thursday and Friday, schools will resume orientation and other administrative activities using modalities determined by the school leaders. All right, and they're saying here Monday, September the 8th of September, full school. So school will resume, fully. So everything is over now, back to school as normal. So just to share that update with you. And again, welcome if you're in the chat. Please let me know where you're tuned in from. That would be fantastic. Or the constituency, all right, where you're associated with. All right, Marlon, I just checking in on your messages there. All right, so let's now go to Mr. Golding's opening remarks at the launch of the PNP's manifesto, and their manifesto is dubbed or is called Jamaica Love. So let's go to Mr. Golding.
Comrades and friends, I just want to acknowledge the officers of the party who are here, all our candidates, members of the diplomatic corps who are here, well-wishers. It's really an important evening. Jamaica stands at a decisive moment in our journey of nationhood. The People's National Party is ready for the mission ahead, and I'm honored to be entrusted with the historic task of leadership. I respectfully seek your support and pledge to respect it by working hard and honestly for you every single day. While the macroeconomic numbers have improved steadily since 2013, due to bipartisan commitment to a sustained program of fiscal reforms, the daily reality faced by our people is very different. Wages cannot stretch, prices rise daily, public services are substandard, young people have too few opportunities, and communities across our country are trapped in poverty, crime, and neglect. Stability in the public finances without quality of life for the people is not prosperity, and is why the people of Jamaica are clamoring for change. We understand both the progress and the pain because we have walked this road with you. We were the architects of Jamaica's celebrated macroeconomic reforms, from the key elements of the fiscal responsibility framework to the modernization of the revenue system, bringing the nation's debt under control and allowing a regime of inflation targeting to be introduced. Prior to all that, our party initiated the fundamental social reforms that decolonized Jamaican society and created lasting programs like PATH for our most vulnerable, the National Health Fund to support affordable health care, and JADA for our seniors, which is a drug for the elderly program. We built institutions like the National Housing Trust and the Jamaican Urban Transit Company, and modern infrastructure like the major highways, expanded seaports and airports, and enabled investments in modern telecommunications and the transition to renewable energy, wind farm, and the large solar projects that were initiated under our watch. But the benefits of national development have not reached far enough. Interior roads in every parish are in a deplorable condition. Many communities do not have access to water in people's homes. Urban blight and decay plague our cities, while rural Jamaica has been left behind. Farm roads are often impassable. Irrigation is inadequate and outdated, and our farmers lack the tools, machinery, and support systems to produce and to prosper. This manifesto is our plan for a new chapter built on our vision, Jamaica Love. It stands on 10 pillars: justice for all, access to quality education, modern infrastructure, agriculture and food security, innovation and industry, care for the vulnerable, accountability in governance, land and housing, opportunity for youth, violence prevention, and environmental resilience. These pillars are a compass. They will guide us to invest in people, close the gaps between uptown and downtown, between tourism zones and rural parishes, between the well-connected few who thrive while the majority feel neglected and dejected. We will protect economic stability and leverage it into inclusive and sustainable growth, creating a new era of opportunities for those who are now excluded from prosperity, while tackling corruption and the abuse of power in governance. Jamaica, Jamaica, time come to lift our country higher. Time come to lift our country higher and build a future that belongs to all of us. Let us take this journey together. Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. That was Mr. Golding, leader of the opposition. So again, launched their manifesto, Jamaica Love. And in the context of Jamaica Love, it's based on 10 pillars, as he shared there: justice for all, access to quality education, modern infrastructure, agriculture and food security, innovation and industry, care for the vulnerable, and accountability in governance. So that's the Jamaica part of it. Now, love deals with land, housing, and ownership, opportunity for youth, violence prevention, and environmental resilience. All right, so that's that in that context. And, we were here last evening, so we were talking about some of the points. And of course, the manifesto they share is available in a number of forms. So we want to hear your views on that context. So is it Jamaica Love for you, or is it Choose Jamaica? All right, Mr. Golding said time come, or is it what time is it? 1 p.m. We want to hear from you guys. But there were some moments on the campaign trail that we want to show you. And Mr. Golding, so the PNP currently, they're at a parish meeting in Manchester. So we're going to show you some videos, some clips from Manchester. Yesterday, the JLP, they were in Manchester, so you will see some of those clips as well. And I believe you'll see a clip from Central St. Mary from the Jamaica Labour Party, and just some beautiful moments of the green and the orange together. So let's just go to that, and then we'll open the phone line, the WhatsApp line, just to hear from you, some quick calls, and we'll just wrap it up for today. But again, guys, if you want to participate in our community poll, you can go on our Voices in Education page and just vote in that community poll, and we'll look at that poll in a little bit. So let's just go to the videos that we have. So this is a poll there. All right, so let's keep going here.
Jamaica Labour Party. Who ready? We have run. Yes, ring the bell. Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do one thing. Labour right, I go mash them up. Yeah, Labour right, go mash them up. Whoa. Them can't run, them can't hide, them can't do one thing. Yes, Andrew, why mash them up? Yeah, Labour right, go.
All right, let's keep going.
Mama, you there too? Oh my God, Mama. I love you, Andrew. I love you, my baby. Best Prime Minister Jamaica ever have. Best government. Best Prime Minister ever. This is the magic. Your time. Your time. Your time. Like this. Oh, man. Yeah, boss. Let's see you to set up. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Mother, daughter, granddaughter. Three generations. Yes, man. Take up in, give it. Right. Yes, mommy. No flow, every time. Yes, general. Oh, move. The time come, man. Big
And here we have some beautiful moments on the campaign trail. So I just want to big up the Prime Minister, and I believe Northeast Manchester candidate there, Young, in this is what we want to see, peace. It doesn't matter if you're orange or green, this is what true leadership should look like, and I'm happy to see this happening. So just sharing with you some of these beautiful moments, and again, big up to the JLP on inviting over these ladies, and definitely this is definitely beautiful. So while sometimes we hear some things that we do not want, we need to really acknowledge and share the good things that we see happening. And this is what I want mainstream media to push. I don't know if this has surfaced anywhere in mainstream media, but definitely something that I see that we should highlight more and share more. This is what we want, things to be like, to look like. And I'm so happy that our Jamaican people, we have come such a far way. The electorate is so much more mature, and this is definitely something that I appreciate. So again, just wanted to share these beautiful moments with you, and I am happy that the Prime Minister is leading in this way, in a positive way. So happy to see that. So at this point, I am just going to go back to our
Live.
main screen here, and I am going to open the phone line. Ovi, are you here? So, guys, if you're here in the chat, please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button. Come on, we can do better with the likes. So, hit the like button. So, I am going to drop the WhatsApp number in the chat. But, guys, on this community, in this community, on this channel, we keep it real and respectful. We don't belittle anyone, we don't disrespect anyone, we do not defame anyone because we're growing and we share our views. It doesn't matter if you're PNP or JLP. If you're saying you choose Jamaica or you're going with Jamaica love, your mission Jamaica love, it doesn't matter. Just call me, talk to me, let me know your views. We're not going to go into anything. We don't call up people name over here. We just keep it real and respectful, all right? And we just keep it going. All right, because at the end of the day, we're all Jamaicans, and that should trump everything else. All right, so while we have our views, that is totally okay because we learn from each other. So give us a call, let us know your views, let us know the constituency that you're calling from, or if you're not in that constituency currently, the constituency that you're aligned with, let us know what's happening there. And again, we would love to hear from you. So I'm just going to drop the WhatsApp number in the chat, and I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. So you should be able to see that now in the chat there. So give me a call. Would love to hear from you. So we'll keep them short, so that we can take as much calls as we possibly can, because this one is going to be a quick one, but we are living up to our word in terms of, bringing you updates as best as we can each evening. So again, thank you so much for being here. Also, the poll that you're seeing on screen is not an official poll, it's just our community poll. And I'm going to put in the chat now too how you can participate in this poll. So as you can see, 77% is choosing Jamaica at this point. And in the context of Mission Jamaica Love, we have 23% based on our poll. All right, so again, welcome. Avi, talk to us.
Hello, how is it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Not doing too badly. Love the clips that you shared. I love the last one, especially to see both parties living harmoniously, and that's quite
You're sounding a
something.
little bit muffled on my side. I'm not sure in the chat, but we'll just hear you. You can go ahead.
Yeah, so let me know if I'm sounding or when I'm sounding better. I'll try to adjust myself. Let me know if I'm sounding any better.
Yeah, you're sounding better.
Alright. Yeah, I was just saying that I love the clips that you shared, and I especially love that last one with both parties having that, unison, and that's good to see. You can support different parties, but at the end of the day, we're all Jamaicans, and that's what we want, the best for Jamaica. So that's a good precedent that was set here on behalf of the Prime Minister himself here.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I know you were here last evening. Do you have anything further that you would like to share about Mission Jamaica or Mission Jamaica Love in the context of the PNP's launch, Manifesto launch?
Not much. As I said yesterday, and I stick to that. A lot of good things were said, but when you get into the position, then being able
I don't know if
to
we're hearing it. Guys, are you hearing Ovi in the chat? Can you indicate, please? You're not sounding too good on my end, but I'm not sure if they're hearing you loud and clear.
All right, let me know if you hear me better now.
Yeah, better now. So you need to stick to
Yes.
this part.
All right. So yeah, I was just saying that, there were lots of good things that were said in the meeting yesterday that the PNP held, but I'm saying we'll have to wait until they get into office to see if they could execute that, and that's just if they get into office too. So, lots of good things were said, but let's see if it's going to be promises, if it's a case that the PNP comes out on top for the next election. So it's kind of like that. But they had some good points, raised some good points, and would love to see how they could go forward with those if they are in power.
Okay, so I just want to know if I'm understanding you well, and you can just correct me. So you're saying that they shared some good ideas or good proposals, but you're not sure if these proposals would necessarily come to life, come to fruition, because you're not seeing the all right now. Is that the case?
Yes. So taking it. So let us speak figuratively. If they were to win the election on September 3rd, I would love to see how they would execute those plans that they have.
Okay. Is there any particular plan that you have in mind that you have heard that you're wondering how would you do this?
Well, for sure, that one that they mentioned about $500 a day for students heading out to school, $2,500 a week per child. So that would be $10,000 a month for per child for a family. And if a family has three kids going out, then I guess that would be $30,000. So in essence, I'm not sure how viable that would be if they could do that for all the children of school age in Jamaica
I
or
believe it was
what,
for rural Jamaica.
rural Jamaica.
Well, and that's a good point too, because I'm not even too sure, but I am thinking it's for rural Jamaica. But you raise a good point there, because if you're giving kids in rural Jamaica this money, don't you think some of the people then within a corporate are gonna start of rural? I don't know, but whatever the case is, that's a good point. I remember I was perhaps saying maybe they're going to do it for the students on the part program, but then it won't be equitable in the context of what kids in the corporate area can access, because I believe they get a subsidized, fare, bus fare, in the context of utilizing the JUTC. So if it is that you're going, and it's not based on the PAD program, so if it is that you're going to go that way, it means that as you mentioned, every student should get that $10,000 per month. Yeah.
Yeah, and just to add to that as well, this past program has not always been the most transparent. Let me put it that way, where persons were excluded or included in the past program that persons might have question mark about. So it's good. As I said, I can see some challenges coming in with that one for sure.
Okay. Okay. So yes, guys. So that was a part of the proposal shared by Damian Crawford. All right, in the context of access to quality education. All right, so just to let you know that. So, yeah, thanks for sharing that, Ovi. Any other thing that you'd like to share at this point? So, guys, the WhatsApp number is pinned at the top of the chat. Give us a call. We would love to hear from you. If you're calling, please ensure that you turn off your YouTube feed or mute it, and keep it real and respectful. We don't want to disconnect you. We don't disrespect. We don't defame. We just keep it real. Just share your views, and that's it. Let us know if you're choosing Jamaica or if you're making Jamaica love. Making Jamaica your love. Would love to hear from you. All right. Yes, Avi, I'm not sure if you have anything else you'd like to share at this point.
No, that was the standout for me in terms of things that they would implement. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right, thanks for sharing with us. So yes, guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do it in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe space, our community, where we all feel a sense of belonging, because that is definitely important. And as I shared earlier, as we speak, the PNP, they're in Manchester. So something that I am, wondering, they had said that Kingston would have been their final parish meeting, but they're having a parish meeting in Kingston. So I guess the extra time that they got in the context of the general elections, the prime minister announcing the general elections, is, I guess, somewhat good for the PNP, because now they can have a parish meeting in Manchester. But I do believe that they say their final parish meeting will be on the 16th of August. So that Kingston and St. Andrew parish meeting in Crossroads. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know, Ovi, if you're still here, is there anything that you're noticing on the campaign trail? I mean, you said you really love those pictures and videos of both sides, just coming together and sharing in such space, in that space, which is so beautiful. So yes, guys, so that for us is a big standout. Mom account, welcome. All right, let us just take this caller. Hello, caller, you're live.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you. Welcome to Voices in Education.
Yeah, I saw your heading, choose Jamaica or choose Jamaica love.
Or
That's,
Jamaica love.
but yeah, but I think that's a mischaracterization because the People's National Party did not name their campaign Jamaica Love. It was just the manifesto yesterday, and they used Jamaica Love as an acronym. So the correct characterization of the People's National Party campaign is time come.
Yeah,
So
I
I
get
just think
that.
that's a mischaracterization
Well,
of why they
it's
didn't and they didn't use.
perhaps caller, perhaps you joined us in the middle of this conversation, because I started out by explaining the Jamaica love. We also shared Mr. Golding, sharing is introductory remarks. So perhaps you have missed that part. So I just want to let you know that we did not say that this is their campaign slogan. So it
No,
was
I'm not saying you're saying no.
but that's what you're
I'm not
telling me
saying
just now, that the campaign slogan is time come, and I suspect that you're new here, so I just want to put everything in perspective so you have an
no,
understanding of what is happening
no.
here.
I have an understanding of what you're saying, but I'm just saying when the official campaign slogan for the Labour Party is choose Jamaica. So when you say choose Jamaica or choose Jamaica love, if you're going to match up campaign slogan for campaign slogan,
And I'm
right?
saying
It's
to you
supposed to be
that
choose.
you're not understanding, because we do this each evening, so I don't think you're missing the point that we're trying to make here. And if you look on
What
this
point am I missing?
And if you look on the screen, caller, it says choose Jamaica or Jamaica love. We did not say choose Jamaica love.
No, you're not listening to me, no, my lady. I'm saying you have your topic on the screen said choose Jamaica or Jamaica love.
Right,
Right?
that's what's there. But you were saying before it stated choose Jamaica or choose Jamaica love. So I'm
Yeah,
just
it's choose Jamaica or choose Jamaica love.
no,
That's
that's
what
not that's
that on the screen.
no. It's choose Jamaica or Jamaica love.
Yeah, choose Jamaica or Jamaica love. Right.
That's
Choose Jamaica
correct.
or Jamaica love. But what I'm saying to you now, I'm saying choose Jamaica is the official campaign slogan for the Labour Party. The official campaign slogan for the People's National Party is time come. So I'm saying if you're matching up campaign slogan for campaign slogan is supposed to be choose Jamaica or time come.
And that is not what we're doing, caller. So that's
What
where
you're
you
doing? What you're doing?
that's we're not matching campaign slogans. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. We're not matching campaign slogans.
So what you mean? So when you put it said choose Jamaica or Jamaica love, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Caller, I don't know. Do you have anything else you'd like to contribute? Because I'm not going to debate about a title. I think we have more that would like to share, as opposed to
No, it's okay.
debating over.
I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out something because this Jamaica love, it was just yesterday at the
Exactly,
Manifesto
and
launch for
because
the
we're
People's
and
National Party.
because we're
So
talking and because we're talking about that, and we shared about that in a very respectful way, because I'm not sure what the motive of your call is at this point, and we shared about that in a very respectful
no,
way.
the motive what I'm saying now is as if you're saying the campaign slogan for the People's
And
National
I'm not
Party
saying
is
that.
Jamaica love.
And I'm not
Because
saying and I'm not saying
but
that.
that's
And
what the
that's where
statement is that
no,
but that's
no,
what the
no.
statement is
You
conveying.
you are assuming that. And I said to you when we started
All right.
out, I
Mhm.
explained the Jamaica Love as an acronym, and I shared the acronym in the context of the PNP's manifesto launch. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. I am not going to say
All
to
right.
you
It's okay.
that this is
It's
what
okay.
we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah, thank you very much for calling.
All right. Good. Mhm.
Yes, guys. So back to the conversation, and I don't know if you get it that way. That's not our intention because obviously, if you have been following us, we know it's time come. We know it's time come. We're just having a conversation here. You know about our community poll. So usually what is on screen, if you have been here since the start of this, conversation that we try to have each evening, what is usually on this slide. So if someone who is here, you can tell me what is usually on this slide, and you can check the channel out too. So mom, I'm just looking here. Okay, choose Jamaica and choose the future of our country. Thanks for sharing in the chat there. Okay, Mama Count, I see what you're saying there. So, yes, guys, welcome. Again, guys, I just want to say we're not a political platform. So, I don't want you guys, we share both sides. So, if you're new here, please, check out our channel and see what we're about because we do a lot of things here. Athletics, football, the Costa Cups, if you're all interested in that, we're on athletics too. By the way, the next Diamond League stop is this Saturday. So you want to stick and stay with us if you're interested in that. And for sure, we'll continue to bring you updates from both sides once the information is available and accessible, as always, right? So again, welcome. So we're not here to say this is a part, like, who determines a title. We're not matching up in terms of title. Usually what we have on screen here is who will win. That's always a big question. So we're not debating, a title. And this becomes relevant because we're talking about, Jamaica Love in the context of the PNP's manifesto. So that is why it's on the screen. We didn't say that that's their slogan, but they have used it for their manifesto. So what if you want to go with what the PNP is saying in the context of their manifesto, Jamaica Love? I don't know how that becomes a big issue. So yeah, shouldn't be. Rohan, welcome. And Rohan is saying choose Jamaica, choose the JLP. All right, welcome. Happy to have you here. Ovi, are you still here with us? Would love to hear your views given that last call. So again, guys, the WhatsApp number is pinned there in the chat. So give us a call. We would love to hear from you. All right, we're gonna keep it short. We would love to hear from you. The WhatsApp number, keep it real and respectful. So if you're calling, please turn off your YouTube feed or mute it. We do not disrespect anyone. We do not belittle anyone. We do not defame anyone. All right. Again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're new to this channel, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. So let's see who's going to give us a call, another call. So Ovi, circle us back. We want to hear from you. And yes, guys, keep the chat going. So again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. Yes, Ovi, talk to us. I don't know if you heard that caller just now.
Well, I heard a bit of it. Let me know if you're hearing me
Yeah,
well.
yes, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I heard a bit of the call, and I understand where the caller is coming from, in the sense that he he's thinking that it's balanced in terms of if you're using the slogan of one, then you're going to use it of the other one. But that's not what is happening here today. We're just talking about the happenings in the election so far, and that's where things went. All right, but we let us focus on the more meaningful things that we can get something from, in the sense that we can learn something from what we're doing tonight, and not focus on the smaller stuff. What did we
I
get?
guess of it to balance things out. Tomorrow we're going to ask choose Jamaica or time come. I guess that works. Because but usually we have who will win, usually that's what's there, but we want to be fair, and I really don't want a particular side to say whatever, but because we are talking about the manifesto, that's how this came about. All right, so yeah. And I did not have that choose before. I have choose Jamaica or Jamaica love, so it wasn't the choose Jamaica or choose Jamaica love, but yeah, I totally get what you're saying there, but for sure, that's not where our conversation is going. Every evening we do this with the poll to just highlight, and I've always shared too that this is an unofficial poll. It's just the members on this channel who vote, or even people who are not even subscribers. Like anyone can vote. So yeah. Yes, I'll be back to you. Donovan, welcome. I see your comment there in the chat. So Donovan is sharing that he's in agreement with the caller. Okay, Donovan, point noted. Thanks for sharing. Yes, I'll be back to you.
Yeah, so it's good to hear from Donovan as well. So guys, going forward, we'll look at this, and that's fine. It's okay for us to have different views on stuff, but what we want to focus on too is the fact that there was a manifesto presented last night, and what do we think of it? So make sure you can share you can share some of what you thought was good or maybe not so good as it relates to the manifesto. And let us know in the chat if you would, what stood out to you the most.
Yeah, for sure. What stood out to you in the context of the PNP's Jamaica Love Manifesto launch? Or if you have accessed the document, what stood out to you? Do you believe that these things will be implemented? What are your views on it? We want to hear from you. So, by the way, the Jamaica Labour Party, what they have out is their record of achievements. Their manifesto is not yet out, so we'll keep an eye on that and definitely update you accordingly when that is available. So, yeah, that's the situation now. So, we want to hear from you. Would love to hear from you. So, yes, guys, welcome. Is this DZ Garden? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So, yes, guys, the phone line is open. We want to hear from you. So give us a call and let's just take this caller. Hello, caller, you're live.
Good night.
Good
I'm calling
night.
from I'm calling from United States. I just want to ask a question.
Go ahead. We'll see how best we can
When they said
answer.
when they said choose Jamaica, and the question that I want to ask is Jamaica competing with another country for election? I don't understand this choose Jamaica thing
I,
because we are all Jamaican. We born in Jamaica, so we don't need to choose Jamaica because we already born here. We are Jamaican. Jamaica is not competing with another Caribbean country. So that slogan or whatever, I don't think it sounds proper. Because at the end of the day, the people them who are telling the citizens to choose Jamaica, which they already born, you understand what I mean? And be a citizen. Raping the country so much and robbing the country, and then they're telling people to choose Jamaica. Let that make sense. I don't understand.
I don't understand, I can't speak for them in a caller, but what I'll perhaps say, and this is just me, just trying to assume here, because I cannot speak for them. I am not close to either party. I'm not involved with, so I cannot speak for anybody. I am just wondering if it's because of, Mr. Golding and his citizenship. I don't know if that's where they're coming from. I really don't know, but I really get what you're saying, but I really don't know.
But they are stupid people, and they call themselves bright because at the end of the day, that they can easily get that information from the registry.
Well, I
So
don't.
they look stupid. Yes, that I mean, if that's what they are doing, you get where I'm coming from.
I get your point in terms of you're saying we're Jamaica
And
already, so I
other
get
people,
what you're saying.
exactly. Other people might say, "Oh, you live in abroad. What you concerned? Oh, yes, but I'm coming down to vote. My vote is there. I'm coming down in 3 days' time. I'm not gonna leave back until the election."
Yeah, but so which constituency are you associated with?
I'm in Portmore.
Who is your member of parliament?
Terry Long.
Okay, so what's your take on, that constituency, or are things going based on your views?
I'm not in Jamaica now, but things is going on good because I have family in Portmore, same way.
Okay, okay,
Portmore always been a good place.
okay. Get you, get you, get you.
Everybody always love Portmore. So I pray for Terry. I pray for I hope him win. You understand? So
Who you
I don't
praying
know.
for? Terry Long or Price?
Price, I mean price. If I get, it just slip up the tongue because I was watching up before I call you. No, Price. Before I call you, I was watching some video. So probably that's why it was in my head. I was watching some video with because I watch it two sides anyway.
That is it.
I watch
You
it
have
both
to be
sides.
informed. That is it.
Yeah, and I was watching a video with him was videoing a sign mark PNP painting orange. I think he's on the road on the ground. That Caroline was doing that. Yes, I was watching that video a while ago. So I was saying in my mind, so why is he stand up over the thing and videoing it? That looks stupid, you know what I mean?
All right, big up yourself, caller. So happy that you could give us a call and ensure that you hit that
Exactly.
subscription button.
And exactly. And next thing again, I next question I'm asking. Jamaica need to know the 10 people, not the 10, the 9, because one is
All
already
right, we're
known.
not going there. We're not going there. We're not going there. No, we don't do that because we not no money for Ghana court. We're not going there. So we get where you're going though, but I get it. I get it. I get it. I see. I get it. I get it. Respect. Take care. All right, caller.
Cool.
Hello, caller. You're live.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening.
Second time on your program.
Really? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right, you gave me some strict guidelines the last time I called, and I'm going to do
Oh,
my best
I
to
remember.
stick in,
I
to stay.
remember. I remember you. I remember you.
Right. One thing I want to say to you as a journalist.
I'm not a journalist.
I'm not telling you how to. Well, you are in the field of journalism because
Uh,
once you're doing this, it comes under journalism. I'm not telling you how to conduct your program or moderate, but you have to have the fortitude to tell people when they don't make sense. The previous caller doesn't make any sense. I mean, what
no,
is she saying?
no,
I
you
mean,
know what we do? You know what we do? We give everybody the space to share, right? Because it's just
yes,
like and we try to, because that's how we can learn from each other and say, okay, I don't want to hear this or I don't want to hear that, but we want to give persons the opportunity, right? Because
yes, I
sometimes you
understand that
might think
clearly.
no sense no in it, but as people that say you can pick sense out of nonsense. So we don't want to belittle anyone. So even if you don't support it, you could say, well, so one, but you could just share your point as opposed to trying to say, well, that doesn't make any. Tell me what makes sense.
Well, right. So she obviously she said it that she is a PNP. Well, that's
No,
fine. I
well,
would not.
that's fine. That's fine, and we don't business
Yes,
with that.
yeah, that's
So
fine.
tell me
We know
now
with the
what.
visit
Yes.
because
So tell me now what makes sense for
all
you
right,
now, my caller. Talk to me now. You know, if you go back to what
no,
she said, just give me your points.
all right. First, I want to speak just one point of the PNP manifesto.
Okay.
Um, it 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 is like a bitter taste in your mouth because these are just policies being reworded from 1997, and it gives us a feeling that in the straight Jamaican language, when your mother was spanking you and telling you, take what me say because what me say, I want me say, and you don't have no right to question it. It is just, it came across in that way. It's like, what we say, I saw it go, and I this how you have it. Well, it didn't come across as something that really delve into the reality of what is current, right? Because if you check the document, about 60% of what they presented is already in play under the government initiatives. It is only that they are coming with a different name.
All right. Give me one that
Are
is
they?
already in play.
All right. When you're gonna look at part the
Mhm.
part program,
Mhm.
and they say they're gonna give up to 20,000 persons free what is it? I think is 20,000.
20,000. Talk your
Uh,
point because I'm just looking at my notes here. I want just say your point.
right. They said they're gonna give a portion. I don't remember if it's 20,000 per person for a first timer in and when you
Oh,
look at
I
the
don't
part
know. I don't
program,
know about that one. I don't. I know they said in the context of, and perhaps I missed that because I was trying to take a little bit of notes. I know they said in the context of nutrition that they were planning on
no,
expanding the number of students to over like 240,000. That's what I have in my notes.
all right. So what I'm saying is they're
Mm-hmm.
saying that they're gonna give first time for university students, and they're gonna include the the what's the program that come on, the government program like hard trust.
Okay.
So they are saying that they're gonna include the hard trust, but that is
Yeah.
already in play
Yeah,
because
I get
the
that one for
government has,
sure. For sure. Yeah.
yeah,
I heard when they
the
mention heart for real. Yeah.
yes, and the government already is doing that. You up to level 4, you do not pay a single dollar up to level 4.
Yeah, for real. When
So
I
this
heard
new this
that one stood out for me as well. Yeah.
yes, because it's already in place. So what are you saying? You're saying you're coming with a new bus system. So you're saying that you're gonna abandon $1.9 billion worth of investment, and then you're gonna add $1.4 billion in terms of the amount of money you're gonna give for your school bus system. That's actually 3.9 somewhere, almost 4 point something billion. It would have cost the country
Yeah,
because the
that part
1.9
too.
is actually on.
Yeah,
Repeat?
that part too, and I like how and that is why I ask you, what points, because sometimes it's good to find out and we learn from each other. Because that part too, I was wondering. The question mark for me was, so what are you going to do with the buses that the government already purchased? Because if you're going power, is it that you're not going to use them and still give each child 10,000 per week? So that was a question for me too. What are you going to do with
Right,
the
right.
buses?
And
That's
that
just
10,000 per week adds up to 1.4 somewhere in the approximately 1.4. So
but
that's 1.4 plus 1.9.
but it all depends,
That's 3 point a
because
lot.
how many students are they going to give that money?
And then remember, they say they will expand it as the economy grows. Now, suppose the economy doesn't grow. Is it that they're going to stick to their 20,000 people giving $10,000, even though the economy is shrinking rapidly, just to stay to their election manifesto?
Where did you get that
Because
20,000 figure from? Because I'm trying to find. I'm just
they
looking
said
in my.
20,000. No, they're saying 20,000 students
Okay.
They're going to start with 20,000. Where they're gonna give the money, the fee, it's based upon the bus system. So they're saying they're gonna come in with a new bus system, what they call it, ride or something like
Yeah, I
that.
think I heard that somewhere there. Right.
Right. Now onto another thing. Isn't it curious, very curious, that the shadow minister of finance, did not say a single word on this manifesto? Is it that he's going to speak in the manifesto light, or is it that he's going to be doing press conferences on the funding on the manifesto that is presented? We need to know, because
Maybe, but perhaps they're going to save him for the budget debate, because
no,
not
but
budget,
that would
not
not
budget,
be
not
sufficient.
budget, not budget debate. The election debate. What am I talking about? The election debate. Because they
But that
usually
would not be
have.
sufficient.
I know, but if he's overseen, I don't know if he was a part of the committee. I don't know anything, so I can't speak for them, and I won't ask the question if it's curious or not. I can't speak. I can't speak because perhaps because they were doing their acronym, justice for all, access to education. So they use those main persons to share. It could be that context, but I cannot speak for that. But I really get what you're saying. But I suspect that Mr. Robinson is going to be there for the election debates. And I would also suspect that the people who are going to ask the questions at that debate will have questions aligned, with what you're asking now.
All right. So one of the things you have to notice with when you are giving the country something that they're gonna digest, it is for their future. It's something that you will have to live with for at least 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So a election debate usually come maybe about 7 or 6 days before an election, somewhere there.
Yeah, but it all
Right?
depends.
It's always
But
no.
it
So are you telling me
not.
you are gonna cram so much information in the public's mind between 7 and 6 days?
I don't know what they're doing. I'm not a part of any
No, I'm not
politics.
saying you must know.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not saying
know,
you
I
must know,
know,
but
I know. You're asking that
I'm trying
question.
to pick
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying
But
to pick
I
the
get.
sense out of the nonsense here, because remember I say no, we can pick the sense out of the nonsense.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm trying to get the
that's.
sense out of the nonsense.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
I mean, isn't it when you're doing PR, you have to give the customer adequate time to peruse and to weigh the pros and cons. You can't just
Well,
ram something,
and what if
and
they
that is
don't? And what if they don't want to do that? If they don't want to do that to tell you about the cons and sticking to the pros, then that's it. The
yeah,
electorate will
but
decide.
it's the electorates are not the electorates of 1970s
That is why I'm
who
saying
were
they will
not.
decide. They're more informed, more educated. They know what they want. They know what's priority for them. So they'll decide come September,
All
the
right,
3rd
so
of September.
but here the other thing. Oh yeah, I never remember your name. Can you give me a name, please? I don't want to be
Voices,
speaking without.
man. Voices. Miss
All right,
Voices.
Miss Voices. Miss Voices. The thing why I am so I am so trying to be so intricate with these details is that the Jamaican society has gone through 18 solid and a half years where the opposition was at its weakest, and it caused it a tremendous burden on our backs. I do not want, even though I support the Jamaica Labour Party, I do not want the opposition to be at its weakest, because you want to have an opposition that holds the government accountable. And we must at least we deserve the right to look towards something different if the government is not doing their job. And right now, we cannot even look over the head of the PNP party, much less to look directly on them. Because you are going to tell me, I do not trust Philip Palwell to
All right,
negotiate
don't
our
call.
JPS deal.
Yeah, don't call anybody
All
name.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Just
all
keep
right.
it
I do
general.
not trust the shadow minister to negotiate a deal. The shadow minister for education seems a shadow of reality, right? Um, the shadow minister for security he is very insecure. He cried that he needs divine intervention when he could manage the pressure. What are we? The shadow PM enriched is alleged to enrich himself
All
via
right,
a
all right, all
company
right, all
that
right, all
benefit.
right. No, no, we're done
That's
there.
why I said
Yeah.
alleged, you know. That's why I said
Yes,
alleged.
yes. We're done there. We're not going there.
Okay.
We're just keeping
All
it
right.
to
So
the
the last point now. The
yeah.
last point now.
Quickly.
I yes, I want Jamaica to remember that something before you vote. The reason why we are able to spend on our own self is because of the fiscal discipline. We had to reduce the debt, and reducing the debt, it means that more money was available without borrowing. So we did not plunge ourselves in more debt. We are actually taking ourselves out of debt. So when you go to vote, please assess, is it that you want to plunge yourself in more debt to live, or you want to take yourself out of the debt so that you can see a better, all of the amenities that you're crying for that the first world country has, the countries have, how are we going to get there? And one of it is self-sustainability. When we start do things for ourselves, then we can be better, and we cannot do it by owing a large debt. Do thank you very much for listening and have me on the program, Miss Voices.
Thank you so much. Big up to Hanover.
Yes, I yes. All right.
All right. Thank you for
Yeah,
calling in. All right,
yeah.
fantastic. And yes, guys, that's how we do it. We keep it, real and respectful for sure. So, we're definitely going to do that. But let me just quickly go in the chat because I see some comments. So, Dave, welcome, welcome. All right, Northeast, St. Elizabeth, Dave. And Dave is saying more promises are what is going on in the country now. Time come for you to go back to okay, Dave. Okay. And I see you there saying 1 p.m. All right, Dave. Rohan. All right, welcome. PNP campaigning on promises, JLP campaigning on results. All right, thanks for sharing that. And Mama Count is saying, how are you going to give back to the country? Okay, okay. And the finance minister, I guess they never got a chance to talk. Is that, I'm not sure, but I'm just reading what you have there. And Ron there highlighting some lows there, I guess, in the context of the JLP. Garmel, welcome, welcome. And the choice is clear. That's what Rowan is saying. Choose Jamaica. And Garmel is saying a lot of people already made up their mind. All right, for sure. Yes, guys, so we're coming down to gravy, as people would say. And thanks for keeping it real and respectful. And I'm going to say my apologies if I don't know, well, I guess I got into trouble for the title, because yes, I know that the PNP slogan is time come, but the purpose for this title, Choose Jamaica or Jamaica Love, the Jamaica Love, was as a result of the PNP's manifesto launch that we respectfully talked about in the beginning of this program. We shared Mr. Golding's introductory remarks, and I know that caller, was not for it. And I understand, but and I hope the caller understands too where we're coming from. I tried, but apparently we weren't getting anywhere in the context of that conversation. So let me just say that I understand your side, and I hope you understand my side. So I guess what happens tomorrow then for our title? We're going to have Choose Jamaica or Time Come. But guys, if you have been following us, the title is always who will win, And so yeah, we want to hear the issues, and we want to hear, what's happening in the context of your constituency, what's going on. We want to hear from you. And as always, we bring you highlights from both sides. Guys, so if you're new to this channel, check out the channel, because I share even videos. I share from the governing party, I share from the opposition party, and I even said to you guys, and I said this a few days ago, after this election is done, I am going to come and share some issues or some things that I feel, you know, is important in the context of an election. And not that I am any genius, just based on what we're doing and when we try to get information and try to present. But I am not going to do it at this point because I don't want anybody to label me. So we'll wait until it's all done, because we don't want to interfere with any campaigning or anything. It's just like when you have a matter in front of the courts, you keep it there. And if somebody should come and ask you a question about it, especially if you have that matter, you just let them know that you cannot talk because it's already in front of the courts. So it's kind of like that. But guys, we are here and we want to hear from you, and we understand too that a lot of people, they're very passionate and overly passionate about the politics. And I love this. I love politics. I love politics is one of my thing. All right, I love politics, and just to get an understanding of what people are experiencing, their reason behind why they vote or how they vote, just that understanding. It's like studying the politics, not necessarily being involved in the politics. And so it's important to get that understanding too from both sides. All right, we also hear that oh my god, Al Miller, yes, Rev Al Miller. So we're waiting for nomination day to see what happens in that context, and we'll provide you with the updates. But as far as I know, third parties do not survive in the Caribbean, not just Jamaica, in the Caribbean. Right, so we'll definitely see what happens, and we could even go outside of Jamaica too. We'll definitely see what happens, and for sure we'll keep you posted on that as well. But Ovi, do you have? I guess he just got off there. But yes, guys, if you have any final comments that you'd like to share, now is the time to share in the chat, because we're going to wrap this one up. We perhaps can take one more short phone call, just one short phone call. So if you want to give us a call, if you have a burning issue that you'd like to share, call us. So one more call, we can take that. And in the meantime, share in the chat for sure. If you have not yet hit the like button or the subscription button, what are you waiting for? You need to do that right now, all right? So now is the time. So in the meantime, um, I'm going to go back to some of those. But if I go to the video, well, if you're calling, I'll be able to stop it. Just to go back to some videos that we shared in the context of the campaign trail. So we'll wait to see if we can get one quick phone call. If not, we're going to put a lid on this one for this evening. All right, so let's just go back to those clips.
Ladies
Mama, you there too? Oh my God, Mama. I love you, Angela. I love you, my baby. Best Prime Minister Jamaica ever have. Best government. Best Prime Minister ever. This is the imagine. Your time. Your time. Your time. Like this. Oh, man. Your boss. Let's see you in the paper. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Mother, daughter, granddaughter. Three generations. Yes, man. Take up in, give it. Right.
Yes, mommy. No flow, every time. Yes, General. Oh, move. The time come, man. Big
All right, and of course, these beautiful highlights, all right, are photos in the context of PNP and JLP supporters. So, on this note, guys, we're going to call it for this evening. Thank you so much for sharing in the chat, for calling in. We really appreciate it. Ovi, thank you so much for joining us as well and sharing. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And if you have not yet hit the subscription button, what are you waiting for? You need to hit that subscription button right now. All right. So blessings and love, everyone. Remember to love. The word is love. All right. And it doesn't matter your views, ensure that you show love. All right. We can all, go through this in love together. All right. So that is definitely important. Again, let me just see in the chat here. Oh, mom account. All right. Thanks for sharing there. So blessings and love, everyone, and we'll see you in the next live. So join us tomorrow evening. To do that, you need to ensure that you hit the subscription button and turn on your post notification. So tap the bell and select all so that you do not miss any updates from this channel. Blessings and love again, and bye for now. See you in the next one.